Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mayor's Conference Room. Today, we're here once again for another happy occasion, and it's a promotion of one of our officers to sergeant. And from what I understand, it's long overdue. So with that being said, I'll turn it over to Chief Schubert, who will have a few words, and I'll say a few words, and then the mayor will say a few words, and then we'll get to the official oath. So, Chief.
Thank you. I want to thank you all for being here today. This is a great day for the city of Pittsburgh. I've had the pleasure of knowing Matt for 26, 27, somewhere around that. We worked together out at Zone 5 when it was in East Liberty in the early 90s. He's a great guy, cares about what he does. And I think the thing that strikes me the most is the fact that he worked in Zone 5, and he worked in investigations for a number of years, and then chose to go back to patrol. And not only just go back to patrol, but then to volunteer to be a community officer. And the fact that he has that initiative, especially this many years on the job, I think it speaks volumes of who you are. And I've had the opportunity to see you out in the public and how you engage with the community, and I can see that it's sincere. And we're going to miss that part, but going on to this new position, you have so much to offer. You have so much to offer with your years of experience just as being a police officer, but your investigative experience, and now what you know from everything you've done with the community. And I think that's a perfect mixture of what we need in the department. I think you have an opportunity to mentor the officers under your command and help them make a difference just like you made a difference and you continue to make a difference. I think of all the positions in supervisors, I think that the sergeants is by far the most important. And to me, I think it's the most prestigious position, because you're the one that's out there in the field day in and day out with the officers, helping to keep them safe, helping them to grow. And I think you're going to do a tremendous job helping to mentor them and help make them keep excelling and see what they want to do within this department, whether they want to stay in patrol. I think that's a great part of this department is just patrol itself. I wish I could do it every day, to be honest with you. But then for those who want to try something different, somebody that wants to grow and maybe go into investigations, you'll have that ability. But the way that I think I'm really looking forward to is the fact that you're going to be able to show them the true meaning of what community engagement is and why it's so important to the Pittsburgh Police. So I thank you for that. And I've known the family for a long time. I know you're proud of him. He's a good guy. He's a good police officer. He's a good father. He's a good husband. And we're very proud of him and wish you nothing but the best. Just be yourself. Look after your officers. There's a thing about accountability. Accountability is it goes both ways. Making sure people do what's right. But people make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's helping mentor them through those mistakes so they don't do it again. So everything doesn't have to be discipline. It's simply trying to get them to change when they do make a mistake. You have an opportunity to make sure that they know one that it is a mistake if they do make it. But you also got to look at the fact that they have families, and we all want to make sure they get home to their families as well. So being out in the street for them, answering questions, mentoring them, helping them however you can, I think you're up for the task. I think you're well past due for being up for the challenge. But I know you're going to do great, and I know you're going to represent the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police well. And I thank you so much, and I thank the family for the support you give him all the time. It's deeply appreciated. So thank you, and I'm going to turn it over to Director Wendell Hissery.
Thank you, Chief. I think it's amazing with the turnout for your promotion. This many people and the support of your family. Obviously, they've supported you for several decades now, and we hope that support will continue. Obviously, you may need a lot more support with your new rank. We promoted some firefighters to lieutenant and captain on last week, the end of last week, and I told them that, as the chief mentioned, the ranks of sergeant and lieutenant, at least in the police bureau, are probably the most important. And the decisions that you make, the support that you give the officers day in and day out, could make a life-saving difference. You're out on the street dealing with the problems, and hopefully you can alleviate a lot of the problems before it gets up to the command staff level of chiefs and assistant chiefs and deputy chiefs, et cetera. And the other thing that I ask is that with your leadership, that you continue the cooperation with the other bureaus, whether it be EMS or fire, because that's very important too, that the leadership that you provide as a police officer carries on to both EMS and fire as well. So to the family, thank you for attending. To the command staff, thank you. And with that, I will lastly congratulate you, wish you good luck, and turn it over to Mayor Perduto. Mayor?
Thank you. Officer Gray, if you could please come and join me. Thank you. Before I give the oath of office, I just would like to say a few words. First, thank you to the director and the chief and to the command staff for being here. As the director noted, when we have promotions for one officer, it's rare that the command staff is here in this type of presence, and I think that it speaks to the work that you have done over a career and their pride in seeing you get to this next level. To the family, on behalf of the people of Pittsburgh, thanks for letting us share them. You know, we have a new bureau within the police bureau, over 300 officers who have joined just over the past 5 years. They're going to need a lot of training that goes far beyond the training that we give them. They're going to have questions, and they're going to need to go to somebody for those answers, and they're going to need somebody to watch over them. This promotion will give Sergeant Gray that opportunity to be that mentor, not only to the 300 plus that we have recently sworn in, but to the next 300 as well. And finally, soon to be Sergeant, thank you for your dedication to the people of Pittsburgh, for your public service, and for taking on this responsibility, and added responsibility that goes beyond just you, but to all of those men and women who will serve under you. If the family could please join us and just stand behind Officer Gray. As you always do, you have his back. And if you could raise your right hand and state after me. I, Matthew L. Gray,
I, Matthew L. Gray,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
the laws and ordinances of the City of Pittsburgh,
the laws and ordinances of the City of Pittsburgh,
and obey all orders
and obey all orders
issued by my superior officers
issued by my superior officers
and all the rules and regulations
and all the rules and regulations
pertaining to and governing
pertaining to and governing
the Department of Public Safety,
the Department of Public Safety,
Bureau of Police,
Bureau of Police,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of police sergeant
the duties of police sergeant
with fidelity,
with fidelity,
according to the best of my knowledge and ability.
according to the best of my knowledge and ability.
Congratulations, Sergeant.